Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. I'm so hyped for this session. I'm so hyped for this game currently. I've been recording so much in the last few days. More than I should be doing actually, but that's my problem. So we're gonna do this today. We're gonna do this shit really good, real hard. Oh, this will be so great. And yeah, last time we finished the... Where am I? Oh, there. Last time we finished the Temple of the Ancients. We achieved the... We didn't achieve, we... I'm missing the word there, I feel stupid. We got the black materia. And... yeah, solving the riddles, Kate Sith valiantly sacrificing one of his plenty buddies. And then Sephiroth came, did some of his voodoo magic, and Cloud gave it to him. Not a traitor though, just voodoo. And yeah, so now we, basically Sephiroth can call a big meteor to crush this planet whenever he wants. No, not whenever he wants. Whenever he has the necessary spiritual energy. His own is not enough for it, he needs to go to a special place for that. He knows where he wants to go, but he's not there yet. And Aerith was like, oh, I gotta live up to my heritage, I am the last of the Ancients, I'm gonna stop him. And then he went off. She went off. Without telling us. But she told Cloud in the dream, but that's about it. And everyone's like, what you gonna do? And we're like, yeah, she can't do that shit, because she gonna need help. And so we're trying to follow her. And our clues are that she and Sephiroth are gone for the City of the Ancients, and the way to the City of the Ancients is past the Sleeping Forest. That's basically our hints. And I don't know if you can ask around the NPCs here about the Sleeping Forest and stuff. I usually just go by the theory of, hey, which places did I not yet have to visit for the story? And I visit them next. And this works quite well in Final Fantasy VII. And yep, for example, Bone Village. We didn't need to go here yet for the story. This time, it's the place to be. But, before I go in there, one important thing. If this Let's Play has been blind for you so far, and if you consider playing this game or for yourself, because you say, oh, story is so great, I want to see different characters, stuff like that, I would seriously advise you to stop watching this Let's Play at this point, because the next part, this session, probably, is one of the absolute core elements of the whole experience of Final Fantasy VII. One of the big turning points the whole story revolves around. And it is presented in a... given the time and when this game came out, it's presented in a very good fashion, I think. And I will try to present it to you in the purest fashion I can. I will try to not judge it while it happens, I will try to just present to you the experience that is presented to me as a player. But no matter how good I will do, it's not the same as playing it yourselves. So if you are into this immersive stuff, stop here, play this part at least this part. You will know how far when you're there. Play at least that part for yourself, and then continue watching. Really? Believe me, you will thank me for that. If you aren't into it, if you don't want to play it yourself because you don't have the console, you don't have the game, you don't have the time, whatever it might be, of course, you are still you're still invited to watch, because I'm still trying to give you the best experience I can. And yeah, so we're here and going up, trying to find the Sleeping Forest. And so we're asking around the NPCs, and luckily, what a coincidence, the first guy we meet has lots of information for us. The City of the Ancients, also known as the Forgotten City. That's a little clue. And then we can ask him about Aerith, which is, you know, if there's an option like that, it's gotta mean something. That girl, she went into the Sleeping Forest. Ha ha. So this is somewhere around this place. And what are you doing? You're excavating. It's like the lands telling a history of the planet. Duh. We'll ignore the shopkeeper for a moment. Because that guy is an evil spoiler guy. He will tell you stuff that you don't even know about. Yeah, okay. He's basically explaining the dig-in. One of those guys has more information. Yeah, the box holds the excavation process. This guy. This guy is basically guarding the entrance to the Sleeping Forest. Right now the forest is asleep, blah blah, and you may never come out. I will show you the confusing stuff. And Aerith and Sephiroth are already in there. Which is bad, I think. So yeah, Sleeping Forest. We recognize this screen, I guess. And yeah, so what if we just try to go? What if we just go here and run through the forest happily, merrily? Yeah, surprise. If you try to do that, you won't get very far. And if you go back, you're back here. You can't go through. You'll just loop in this screen. There is something you can do in this screen though. I think you can do it after awakening the forest just as well, but I'm gonna do it now. And that is when you wait for a moment and watch the trees carefully. Yeah. You will see something moving. Oh my god, first try. A small red thing between the leaves. Which is this is literally a materia running away from you. Or walking around you. And this materia is a summon. It's called Kyata. Quite a strong one. And yeah, I'm gonna show it to you in the next fight. Anyway, so yeah, the guy was right. Sleeping Forest, no way through. So... wasn't there some guy telling us more about it? Oh yeah, this guy! Of course, the last one I tried. You can awaken the Sleeping Forest with a Lunar Harp. Once away, it opens a road. Sounds like something just what we want to do. I mean, Aerith did it too. And if you want one, we need to talk to the shopkeeper. That's why I talked to him last. And yeah. Talking to that guy. Yeah. Lunar Harp is somewhere in the ground. Okay, guys, start digging. We cannot just dig for the Lunar Harp though. We can dig for lots of stuff. And depending on what we search for, I'll dig once and then explanations will make more sense. So basically when you dig, you set up people and tell them, yo guy, you look for items around this and this area. I think here is a good place. And yeah, basically the whole area is valid, but the items' locations are not completely random. There is a selection of spots for the Lunar Harp, good treasures and normal treasures, and one of those spots is selected, and you can just dig there. And if you have a map of those spots, like a screenshot with little circles on it, like you can find on the internet, you don't actually need any of those digging guys at all, because okay, those guys are kind of positioned badly. Yeah, we're doing this like this. Because, yeah, you can just check where the excavation spots are and dig there. But that's boring. So yeah, we position for up to 5 people. Then we ignite the bomb. and then they do their echolocation thingy, and let's see. By the way, yeah. Okay, little spoiler here for your playthrough. The lunar harp is always at the same spot, which is roughly here. Yeah, it looks pretty precise. It looks pretty accurate. So you can technically, if you know this spot, you can just say, I don't want to place any guy at all. The first menu you open, you immediately set done, ignite the bomb, tell them dig here, then you sleep, and then you get the lunar harp. You can dig for more items here. There are some weapons to be found, items, ethers, stuff like that. But later on, I think CD3, you can also find some optional materia. Materia that you could have missed, but you can if you missed it, you can dig it here. And that's quite important because you remember me talking about the master materias. If you lack one summon for the master summon, because you didn't find it, it's a really great thing that that might be the summon that you can dig here. So we will do the most of the digging on CD3, and for now we will just continue through the forest and wait for the lunar harp to do its magic. Magic. Wololo. Sleeping forest awoke. Sleeping forest turned green. Now the sleeping forest leads to a different place. Which is one of... I just love this area. I think its design is super cool, and I don't know, it's just so... It's so surreal. It looks like... It's looked like a dried seabed, basically. Everything looks like corals and... Yeah. By the way, the item we just found, water ring, drains water attacks. That is... the draining means that it's not just negating the damage, we will actually absorb it. I still didn't show you morph, did I? Stupid me. And, yeah, that's... Well, absorbing elements is a nice thing. It heals you, instead of dealing damage. So why wouldn't you want it? The enemies here are... yeah, kinda okay. There's one special enemy that you need to look out for, but aside from that, it's pretty boring. I just got Demi too, that's not nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you some spells. Cure, Firebolt, Slow, we all know that stuff. Still. So yeah, one spell I didn't show you so far are the Demi spells. Okay. Demi 2 halves the enemy's HP, so we now know that this enemy has exactly 250 HP left. This is, by the way, the death spell. Whoop. Dead. Simple. It doesn't have a guaranteed success chance, so and it's rather expensive, so usually you don't use it. I don't use it. But for things like additional effect and stuff, it's quite nice. Also, those sea horses are really annoying because they slow down the party. The reason I weakened this one guy, by the way, is the fact that how morph works. Could you stop that? That hurts. Stop it. So yeah, when you use morph, it's basically a changed version of your normal attack. And so it can also miss when the character is afflicted by darkness. Duh. Let's try again. Could you fucking stop this? Holy shit. Yeah. We're actually gonna use Izuna now, because, well, we haven't used it so far, why not? Morph only, with one single exception, Morph only has 1/10 of your attack power. That's why I use Demi to weaken the guy. Actually, Demi 3 would be much better, of course. But yeah, now I gotta deal with it. It's gonna take a few times. And if you kill an enemy with Morph, something special happens. I should have just used the White Wind. With the White Wind I could have cured everything. His HP as well as the statuses of everyone. Stupid move. Oh, come on, just one more hit, I hope. Yeah, and after that I will show you Kiata. 110 MP. That's the reason I hate summons. Morph. And here we go. When you kill an enemy, he has the special turning animations. And most are turned into an item. Some items are only available by Morph. I think 1 or 2 of them at least. And for example, in one of the secret dungeons in this game, I think one of the hardest secret dungeons in this game, you can actually morph sources. But the enemies there are so strong that weakening them for a successful morph is incredibly difficult. So, yeah, but morph is for the end game. If you really want to max out those stats for that extra boost in strength, morphing is necessary. This is the one dangerous guy in this area. Don't do that. Literally, don't. They try to mini your characters. And if they successfully mini your character, they will eat the character in the next turn. That's like they throw it from the Midgard. The character's just gone for that road. For that battle. And those guys can appear in at least pairs. I don't know if there's an option for 3 of them to appear, but I know that there can be 2. And then suddenly it's 2 versus 1. That's not nice. We're in the world map now, by the way. In the canyon behind the Bone Village. I didn't show you this canyon, but it was visible. So let's save here. And yeah. Walk to this strange mushroom there. Yeah, this one. Oh my god. And then brace yourself for one of the most awesome musics in this game. At least I think it's the most awesome, one of the most awesome ones. I'm walking slowly on purpose here. This is the Forgotten Capital. The Forgotten City. The City of the Ancients. Doesn't it... I don't know. This music. I'm sure you remember how I talked about musics having characteristics and and all that stuff. I think this is especially the thing that is so eerie about this music. Because it is one continuous piece of music. It's not like you feel like it's 2 different songs. But it's got so many different voices in there. Like this electric sound at the very start. That's eerie as hell. And this part right now, it's really calm and really nice. A little bit lost maybe. And I don't know, I was here in this area and I don't know, the story tells you that this place is super important. So you're like tiptoeing around the area because you know you don't want to miss anything, whatever might happen. You gotta see everything what's happening. But at the same time, oh, nice thing, drains cold attacks. That's good. But the rune armlet is better for me, for now. And I mean, then you have this glowing crystal, and you can't do shit with it, sadly. just go here and it's this strange thing, and I don't know, I think this place is just so well done. I am in awe every time I see it. And yeah, somewhere here, Aerith wants to find the means to stop Sephiroth. And Sephiroth, of course, wants to keep her from doing that. So yeah. Continuing at this point is kind of complicated though, or at least a little bit hidden. Because of course you would think that this place is obviously the place to continue. But that is misleading. It's not the place to continue. But it is a wonderful place. I mean, oh my god, I can't stop admiring this whole atmosphere. Like the vision that Cloud had in Gongaga of Aerith, and I mean, I hope you watched this session just after you finished the last one. Like, Cloud being struck by Sephiroth's magic and all being unsure of himself. And now a place like this that just appears to be out of this world. I don't know, I think it's just... This is a grandiose place for the final of everything that's been building up so far. By the way, the materia we just found, it's yeah, you know, remember how we want to keep Sephiroth from using the meteor materia? Yeah, the one we just found. It's yeah, it's basically the small version. Comet. Really cool spell. Neutral magic, quite expensive, but really strong. I love it. Really good spell. So yeah, that's all you can find here for now. And you might think, how's this a capital? It's super small. Yeah, that's the reason, because the main branch of the city lies to the right. And you might not believe it, but those are houses. And I think you can actually speak with one of those orbs. Yep. Flash. Words of the ancients. We cannot understand. We need Aerith for that. Guard swords. Lots of good stuff here in the chests. So creepy. I think that's the house where stuff continues, so I'll just go here for now. Not even sure what lies at the end of this path. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay. Nothing to do here. And one last way over there. Hey, Cloud! What's up? Oh, okay, that's leaving the city. So... last house now. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am. Absolutely. Don't think I am. Chest! More chests. An elixir. Nice. This actually doesn't fit in this wooden floor. You see? It's just a wooden floor. It's the most normal thing you ever see. And you see, and at this point you see immediately that this shit doesn't fit. Maybe some archaeologists built this in here. But yeah, what you actually need to do at this point is to rest here. And I think that's actually hard to find, because in the city, as you might have noticed, there are no random encounters. So if you come here, search for stuff, and you don't need to rest, you might say, no, I don't want to rest. And you err around the city and don't find anything. But sleeping here triggers Cloud's feelings. No, there is not. I feel it in my soul. You see, that is the friendship between Barret and Cloud that has built so far. Cloud says the weirdest shit. And Barret looks in his face and he sees that guy is serious. And he just believes it. And in other situations when Cloud's not serious or not giving his best, Barret will be the first to reprimand him and slap the shit out of him. I love it. This is the best friendship one could wish for. Really, everyone should have a Barret in their life, really. Doesn't need to be a big black one-armed guy, though. So yeah, the city at night. Again, different music. And I mean, we know this music. The past. Nibelheim music, actually. Basically, I think this music is basically the theme of Cloud's past. Sounds... it might sound strange, but... yeah, actually it's more of a... it's the Nibelheim music, kinda, but... for me, it just generally sums up Cloud's uneasiness with the things of his past that he does not understand. You could title this music Cloud's Unrest or something. I don't actually know how it's called on this on the soundtrack. Give me a second. No, I don't remember. It was not called Nibelheim Theme. I'm sure of that. And look, a new way has opened. And oh my god, this place. I remember when I was here for the first time. I had played the game by then multiple times, because I'd quit at different stages of the game because I didn't continue or had to done a big break. And on the back of the game, there was a screenshot and you saw some of those giant pillars, and I was here and I was like, oh my god, is this the place that they've shown back there? And I don't know, I mean, no, go back. I mean, look at this place. It looks like a dollhouse, except that we are the doll-sized. We're basically under a lake here, although also, as a little notice. I don't know. I think this whole part here with the Forgotten City. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's my nostalgia, but I think it is. I really think it is really well done. With the atmosphere they built in the city, switch to night. This music that you... so far, I mean... Nibelheim is kind of a bit in the past now for you as a player. But... I don't know, this music is still associated with inner conflict. Things that don't match up. Things that... this feeling that there is something incredibly important that's just outside your grasp.